Yo, we are supposed to be doing it right now. Let's see what we can get going on here. Yo, we are just hanging out. We are, so everybody's tuning in. I just want to touch on something. I DJ with a lot of people, and people that are new and people that are not so new. And what I have noticed is that a lot of people don't understand the concept of mixing and symmetry, and it's really frustrating. Well, I wouldn't say frustrating. It's just disappointing or sad. I don't want to say the wrong words when I say this, but there's a correct way. There's a mathematical way to mix your music. And anybody can do it. You just have to understand the numbers. If you don't understand the numbers, then it's not going to make any sense, and you're not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to multitask with the comments, unfortunately, so I'm just going to do this goddamn thing. In all genres of music, right, there are common BPMs. There's like there's multiples of a number on your pitch fader, on the pitch control, on your fucking CDJ, where you will round a full BPM. It's incredible. It's amazing. So when you're mixing with somebody, if you have a track, I'm going to make an example, and it's pitched to 3.00, it is never going to be beat matched at 3.10. It is never going to be beat matched at 3.20. Unless it is a vinyl rip, that is mathematically impossible. When people produce dance music in a production program like Ableton, they set it to a BPM, whether it's, in my case with drum and bass, 172 or 174. Or if it's house music, 128, 126. So if you think about that. If you got a track that's playing at 3.0 on your pitch, and you're trying to mix it with another tune, if that other tune, the person thinks it's mixing at 3.10, they're wrong. It's actually 3.0. Unless somebody produces a track at a BPM like at 128.50, which nobody does, most people do not do, that's mathematically impossible. The numbers don't lie. It's so frustrating. I've mixed with large artists. I've done back-to-backs with artists from the UK and Europe, and I'll have a track at 4.80, and they'll be trying to mix in the next track at 4.70. It is mathematically impossible. It will not work. So I'm going to delete this video because ultimately I want to make a YouTube channel with this information on it, but this has just been burning on my soul. this mixing and symmetry concept. So if you mix house music, okay, the magic number, multiple numbers, is 0.80. That is going to be a rounded BPM. So it's your tracks in house music are always going to mix at a multiple of 8.0 in the 128 range. Whether it's 1.81, 1.60, 2.40, and so on. It's always going to be that. If you're playing dubstep, trance, hardstyle type music, anything around the 140 BPM range, your magic number is 0.70. So, going with the trend, it's going to be 0.70 or 1.4 or 2.1 and so on. It's always going to be one of those numbers. It's never going to be off by like 0.10 or 0.20 or 0.30. It's impossible. With drum and bass and hardcore music, anything around the 170 BPM range, your magic number is going to be 0.60. So 0.6, 1.2, 1.8, 2.4, so on. It is mixing and symmetry is going to make you so much of a better proficient DJ. It narrows down all the possibilities of where your song, where it's possible or probable your track will mix. If you can get that down, you eliminate a bajillion possibilities on the pitch fader. There's so many positions where it could be at where you think it's going to mix, but this lets you know for sure where it's going to be. So once again, just to reiterate, unless it is a vinyl rip, or a song that has been re-recorded at an awkward speed, dance music is produced at around BPM, and it will mix as such if you know where those numbers are on your pitch fader. Also, disclaimer: if you use a computer, if you DJ with a computer, you'll notice that it's not perfectly symmetrical, the numbers I just stated. And the reason why those are the easy numbers to do it with. Okay, I don't want to be trying to mix on 0.55 because when you're in the moment and you're mixing in front of a big audience, that just gets fucked up. You know, it's easier for me to think what I just said. It's either with house music 8.0, you know, with dubstep and 140 stuff, it's 7.0, and with hardcore and drum and bass, it's 6.0. You will never go wrong. Other disclaimer: if you go crazy, like the position of the pitches, the BPMs are so far apart. Let's say you're going like beyond a 5 BPM difference to beat match your shit, then you're going to encounter a little bit of drift. And so then you might have to readjust this little cheat sheet, if you will, this little cheat mode that I just gave you. You might have to readjust if you go like beyond 5 or 6 BPM, because then you have to recalibrate. It gets a little different. It might drift by like 0.5. But in general, that's the steez, y'all. So mix and symmetry. It'll make you a better DJ. Mix and symmetry. Please mix and symmetry. It'll make your tag partners happy. It'll make everybody happy. Mix and symmetry. Make your life a better place. Meraki out, bitch!